This one's just right if you're somewhere around the intermediate level. So if you're B1, you're in exactly the right spot. I'm Jennifer, and I'm here with Eric. We're really happy you're with us today.
Hey everyone! Jennifer, how are you doing? Was it a busy day for you?
A little busy, yeah. I had a long call with one of my students this morning, but I'm really glad to just sit down and talk with you now.
Same here. I had way too much screen time today, so it honestly feels really nice to just relax and chat.
It's like we're all in the same room together.
Totally. Okay, so before we dive in, we want to ask you for one tiny favor.
Just one small thing for your finger and one big thing for our hearts. If you're enjoying learning with us, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel. It really helps more learners find Cozy English, and we'd love it if you left us a comment too.
Even just one simple sentence is great, like your name and where you're from. We genuinely love knowing who's out there listening.
And here's the thing, when you write a comment, you're actually sending your English brain to the gym. Your brain has to find the words and build a sentence. That's real practice.
So even if you're a little shy, it's okay. One short sentence is already great exercise.
Okay, you know that moment when someone says, "Tell me about yourselves," and everything just stops?
Oh yeah. Like you can handle where are you from just fine, but tell me about yourself? Suddenly nothing.
Or the opposite. Everything rushes in at once and you don't even know where to start.
So today we're walking through it together. A simple structure, real sentences you can use, and at the end we'll both give our own full introductions.
So by the time we're done, you'll have something you can actually hold on to.
And when does this even come up? More than you'd think.
Everywhere. A new job, a language class, meeting a neighbor, someone always asks.
Job interviews, language exchanges, even just traveling, it keeps showing up.
I actually remember this one language exchange I went to. We sat in a big circle and the organizer said, "Okay, everyone's going to introduce themselves in English, name, country, job, hobbies."
Oh, I can already feel the pressure. Everyone's sitting there, just waiting.
My turn was getting closer like a slow train. In my head, I was rehearsing, "My name is Jennifer, I'm from," and then when it was actually my turn, my mind went completely blank. I said, "Hi, I'm Jennifer. I like coffee."
Coffee is always safe though, nobody's gonna argue with that.
People laughed. It was totally fine. But inside, I knew I could have said so much more if I just had something simple ready.
I had a really similar moment on a flight once. I was sitting next to this guy and he asked, "So, tell me about yourself." And in my brain, I suddenly had too many pictures, my job, my hobbies, my hometown, my family, everything at the same time.
Like a big, noisy cloud.
Exactly, and my answer was all over the place. I was jumping from one thing to another. After the flight, I thought, I really need a calm, simple way to talk about myself.
That's why we think of your self-introduction like a short movie script about you. When you know it, you feel calmer.
And you don't need perfect English, you just need clear, simple sentences that you can say even when you're a little nervous.
One thing worth knowing before you start, not every introduction sounds the same. You'd talk differently at a party than in a job interview.
Right, so it's worth thinking about the situation first, then figuring out your style.
Like the most relaxed version, you're at a coffee shop, a party, hanging out with classmates. Nobody wants something formal, you just talk.
Then there's the in-between, a work event, a meetup, something with colleagues. People are friendly, maybe cracking jokes, but you still want to come across as professional.
And then the full formal. Job interview, meeting a new manager, same basic information, but your words are a bit more careful.
The key is to read the room. Feel the situation first, then choose your tone.
Because if you're on the couch with a friend, you probably wouldn't say, "Good afternoon, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
And in a job interview, "Hey, what's up?" is maybe not your best opening.
Save that one for your friends. Okay, so where do you even start with how you say hello?
For something formal like an interview, you'd go with hello or good morning. Maybe add thank you so much for having me. That's already a solid opening.
For something in the middle, meeting new teammates, a work event, hi there, or just morning works really well. Not too stiff, not too casual.
And with friends, hi, hey there. Some people go with what's up, but only if that's actually how you talk.
Because if you've never really said something like that in your own language, starting with it in English might feel a little off.
I once tried a super casual greeting in front of a student, and she just stared at me like, Eric, are you okay?
So yeah, pick one greeting that feels natural, say it with a real smile, and you're already off to a great start.
After your greeting, your name. You can keep it simple, I'm Eric, or my name is Jennifer, or add something warm, hi, I'm Jennifer, nice to meet you.
In a more formal setting, hello, my name is Jennifer Davis, it's great to meet you. That works really well.
So at this point, you've got, hi, I'm Eric, or hello, my name is Eric, nice to meet you. Swap in your own name, and that's already a real start.
Okay, next up, where you're from and where you live.
You can start simple. I'm from Brazil, I'm from Turkey, I'm from Vietnam. Add the city if you want. I'm from Sao Paulo in Brazil, or I'm from Istanbul in Turkey.
And sometimes your birthplace and where you live now are different. So you can say, I was born in a small town in Texas, but now I live in New York City. Or I'm originally from California, but I've been living in Chicago for 4 years.
If that feels like too much, just keep it short. I'm from Texas, I live in New York, that's all they need.
And after that, people almost always ask, what do you do?
Just give your job title. I work as an English teacher, I work as a nurse, I work as a graphic designer. Short and simple.
Or go broader. I work in healthcare, I work in education. You don't have to name the company if you don't want to.
And if you're a student, I'm studying computer science or I study business at a university. Think about which one sounds most like you.
And family and home, people always want to know a little about this.
You can keep it simple. I live with my parents, I live with my husband and 2 kids, I live alone in a small apartment, or I share an apartment with a friend.
For brothers and sisters, I have 1 brother and 1 sister. I have 2 older brothers. I have 1 younger sister. And if you have no siblings, you say, I'm an only child.
You don't need to share everything, just give them a little sense of who's around you.
Think about your own situation. Who do you live with? Do you have brothers or sisters?
Then put it in one sentence. I'm from Mexico, I live in LA with my partner, and I have 1 younger brother. That's already really warm.
Okay, hobbies. This is the fun one.
You can say, in my free time I like reading, or when I have time I go for a run, or something like, I'm really into music, I love playing guitar, or I'm really into hiking.
Another good one is, I'm a big fan of, like, I'm a big fan of basketball, or I'm a big fan of true crime podcasts. That tells people a lot about your evenings.
Maybe a little too much about your evenings.
You can also add a like and a dislike. It makes you sound more real. Like, I love dogs and pizza, but I really don't like waking up early. Or, I love coffee, but I can't stand long lines.
Little things like that show who you actually are. And when you mention a hobby, it gives the other person something to respond to, like, oh, what kind of podcasts? And suddenly you have a whole conversation.
Oh, and people love asking about your day too. Like, what does a typical day look like for you? Or what do you usually do during the week?
No need to go hour by hour. Something like, on weekdays I wake up at 7, grab breakfast, and head to work. That's honestly enough.
Or in the morning, I have coffee, check my messages, and start work around 9. And if you're studying English, throw that in too. After work, I usually study for 20 minutes.
And sometimes, not always, but sometimes people just want to know what you're like. Like, are you shy, talkative, do you warm up slowly?
You can use simple adjectives. Friendly, shy, talkative, calm, curious, patient, hardworking, creative. I'm a pretty friendly and curious person. Or, I'm a little shy at first, but I get a lot more talkative once I'm comfortable.
You could also use other people's words. People say I'm patient and easy to talk to, or my friends say I'm funny and pretty laid back. That way it doesn't feel like you're just listing your own good qualities.
Just pick two that feel honest and put them in one sentence.
Oh, one more thing. Sometimes people ask where you're headed, like what are your plans or why are you learning English?
You don't need a perfect life plan. One honest idea is enough. In the future, I'd like to travel more and see new countries. Or, my goal is to speak English more confidently and use it in my job.
Or one of my dreams is to work remotely and maybe live in another country for a year. One sentence that shows your direction.
When you put it all together, your name, where you're from, what you do, a bit about home, your hobbies, how your days go, where you're headed, that's actually a real picture of a person.
And none of it has to be perfect. You just need something real to say when that moment comes.
Want to hear it all put together? Let's do a short version first. Eric, you go.
Hello, my name is Eric. I'm originally from Texas and I live in New York. I work in education. When I'm not working, I enjoy playing basketball and cooking.
Nice. Okay, mine. Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm from California and I live in Chicago. I work as an English coach. In my free time, I love going for walks and watching movies.
See, name, where you're from, what you do, one hobby. That's a complete introduction right there.
Now, we promised we'd share our full introductions as real examples. And remember, this is exactly the kind of thing Eric and I both wished we'd had back then. A real script to actually listen to.
I'll go first this time. My name is Eric. I grew up in Austin, Texas, and I've been living in New York City for about 3 years now. I work as an English teacher and content creator. I share a pretty small apartment with a friend from college, but hey, it's New York. My parents and my older sister are back in Texas. In my free time, I'm really into basketball, I enjoy cooking, and I'm a big fan of watching football on weekends. On weekdays, I usually wake up around 7, have coffee, teach classes during the day, and head to the gym in the evenings. I'd say I'm curious and pretty laid back, and people tell me I'm easy to talk to. In the future, I'd love to create more online courses and maybe spend a year living in another country.
That gives such a warm picture. Okay, my turn. My name is Jennifer. I'm originally from California, and I've been living in Chicago for the past 4 years. I work as an English coach and podcast host. I share an apartment with a friend, and my family is back in California. I have one younger brother. In my free time, I love watching movies, going for long walks with a coffee, and trying new restaurants. On weekdays, I usually start my morning with coffee, prepare lessons or podcast notes, and work with students in the afternoon. I'd say I'm pretty calm and friendly. I get a little quiet when I first meet someone, but once I feel comfortable, I talk a lot. In the future, my goal is to help even more learners feel confident in English and to travel more while I work online.
And now you know us a little better too, which is kind of exactly the point. A few sentences, and suddenly the other person has a real picture of who you are. Way better than, "Hi, I'm Jennifer, I like coffee."
Or jumping between your job, your childhood, and your cat in 30 seconds with no structure.
So here's what you can do right now.
First thing, just pick one sentence for each part. Your name, where you're from, what you do, and one hobby. Start small.
Then say it out loud. Mirror, dishes, a walk, doesn't matter where, just hear yourself say it.
And then write it in the comments. Seriously, when you write it, something clicks. It starts to feel real.
And maybe another learner will read yours and think, that's exactly how I feel. You're not just practicing, you're connecting with someone.
So can you introduce yourself in 2 or 3 sentences right now? Just try it. Your name, where you're from, something you do. That's it.
Don't worry about being perfect. Just be clear and friendly. One sentence is already something.
If this episode helped you, please like it, subscribe, and share it with a friend who wants to get better at this.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. You didn't waste it, you invested it in your English. We're really proud of you.
This was Cozy English with Jennifer and Eric. Keep practicing, take care, and the next time someone says, "Tell me about yourself," you'll be ready.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.